Hey everyone, this is Shannon Keebler with Empower Consulting, and we're just going to do a quick dry run through how to record in PowerPoint. I know many of you are currently in the situation of having to do some remote lessons, so we're going to make this pretty quick but walk you through some of the fundamentals. So as you can see here, this is my PowerPoint slide decks here. It's from a mini course that I have. And so I am going to go up here on the upper toolbar and I'm going to click Slideshow. And now I'm going to click Record Slideshow. When I do that, it actually takes me right away into presentation mode. And so you can see that everything that is in the white rectangle is being recorded for my students. I'm going to go to the upper right hand side and under settings, I'm going to make sure that the correct microphone and webcam are chosen. And you may not have any other options. I have a couple of different options here, but it's whatever's already on your computer or something that you've plugged into your computer. So for example, if you've plugged in a headset or ear pods or something, you might click that as your audio source. Then on the bottom right-hand corner, you're going to see a picture of a microphone and a video camera. So your microphone you can see is already turned on. Of course, you can turn it off if you don't want it to be on. And then you have your camera. And so I'm going to turn my camera on. You'll see me real quick. Hi, everyone. And I'm going to turn myself back off. But you could have yourself going. You could have yourself showing during all of your lessons, which I'm sure your students would love. But you can turn it on and off for various slides as well. You can change it as you're recording. So now I have in the upper left-hand corner, I have where I can record my slides. This is what makes it really easy in PowerPoint because so many other types of software that I use, it's not allowing you to stop and record or re-record just individual slides. You have to go back and re-record like an entire section, and that's not the case in PowerPoint. So I'm going to choose record right now. You can see my countdown, and now I just start to talk through my slide. And I might say, hi, boys and girls. I'm so glad you're joining me for this lesson on how to record PowerPoint. And so then teachers, you just talk through this slide. When you're ready to transition, you click the over arrow on the far right. You can go back and now you introduce this slide. You tell your kids what you want them to do. You can say, go ahead and stop here while you do this next activity. As you can see, like I have my essential questions here, but I would be talking through all of these, but I'm going to show you just for a minute as I click through. You'll get to something like this. And then I do slides where I say, now stop. I want you to stop and discuss, and I'll give the students something that I want them to do. In my case, my students are teachers, and something I want them, an assignment to complete or an activity to discuss, and that's how I'll show it. So I have a kind of a consistent slide. Anytime they see this circle, they know that's what they're going to do. They're going to pause my recording or pause my PowerPoint, go do the activity, and then come back and push play. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my recording on my PowerPoint because now what you can see is over to the right-hand corner, it says clear. Let's just say I made a mistake. I went to go replay it and I don't like how one of my slides looked or what I said on that slide. I can replay it here and listen, which I highly suggest that you only record 1 or 2 slides and then stop and replay to make sure it sounds the way you want. You would hate to go through an entire presentation and then find out at your last slide that it was never recording. Okay, so stop and replay it. There's no harm in that. You can always pick up right where you left off. But if you didn't like something in the far right-hand corner, I can go clear and I can clear the recordings for the slide I'm on right now if I just kind of fumbled over my words on this slide, or I can do it on all slides if I want to start over again. Either way, it makes it really easy to edit particular slides or to change the information. I also really like that at the bottom here, I have all of these art tools. So I have my pen and I have my highlighter. So if you're like me, I have a surface, and so I have a stylus. I can just draw what I want on this screen. Now, right now, I'm not using my stylus. You can probably tell I'm using my mouse. But technically, as you're talking and you want to write directly on your slides, you can do so with these art tools and it'll capture it for you. Again, if you can write directly on your screen with like a stylus, it'll probably turn out just a little bit better, but it's nice to have that option. All right, my friends, when you then exit out of here, I just push the exit button. Now you can see on my slide, you see over here on the right-hand side, a picture of a microphone over here. Okay, that sound icon. That shows you that there is sound on this slideshow. So I can go into presentation mode if I'm on my home page here and I want to view right? So I can go into my slideshow, there we go, slideshow, and I can go into from beginning or current slide, whatever I go into, which you're not seeing my current slideshow because I have a couple monitors, so it's actually airing to a different monitor right now. But yours would show this in presentation mode, and your students, as soon as they push play on this little sound bite here, it'll play whatever you have. You can hear it.
Boys and girls, I'm so glad you're joining me for this.
See, there you go. Okay, so you can even change the settings as far as security settings go. So when I go to save my document there, I can change how, if I want them to have a password to access. You just need to remember the password because you won't be able to get into the PowerPoint if you forget it, which would be a bummer. Okay, so that's only if you need to protect the content. But otherwise, you just save. So I would do File, Save As. Mine is saved as this practice recording because I wanted to know the difference between my file that just had my slide deck and my file that had the narrations, because I have been in presentations before where I go to use the same PowerPoint and it starts playing my voice, which is funny. Because I brought up the wrong presentation. Okay, so if you want to save your slide deck, because maybe you're going to use it when you go back to the classroom, make sure you save this as a separate file that is recording, and then it is much easier to upload into whatever your platform is, Google Classroom or wherever it is that you are uploading these videos. Thanks everyone for joining me. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so that more teachers like you can benefit from recordings like this. We'll see you online.